This video app review is brought to you by the iPhoneAppReview.com.
What's up, everybody? This is Luke Patrick with the iPhoneAppReview.com. Today we're putting out yet another video review, this time taking a look at an application called Deep Sea Catch that is on my springboard right there ready to go. This application is a pseudo-arcade, sort of, I guess we'd call it an arcade game. For the iPad, it costs nothing in the App Store, which means it's absolutely free, zip, $0, which is actually a pretty fantastic bargain considering the fact that the game is wicked fun, comes with a mountain of content, as well as a very genuinely good interface. Let me just lock my rotation really quickly, because we're going to need that in a second, and as this is booting up, you don't mind. So of course you got a Pop-Tart ad up there that just popped by. So obviously ads are included, but then again, as a free application, who really cares? You're getting a lot of free gameplay. So I could go through the tutorial. I'm going to flick through the guide very quickly just to kind of give you a quick view of how this works. So obviously the aim here is that you're going to be shooting various fish with your sort of cannon, steampunk style, to actually collect them via these nets. The nets must be set at a certain level to match the armor rating, the armor and health point rating of the fish themselves. If you actually damage them enough, then you capture them and you get the coins for them. Every shot costs coins equal to the amount of the level. This will all make slightly more sense in just a second, I promise. Let me adjust the camera there. So that's the basics behind this. Of course, it's just telling you that you tap the screen to shoot. You have to tap within the arc of your specific cannon. If you're doing multiplayer, this is actually what it looks like. You've got cannons on every side of the screen. Using one iPad, you can have 4 different people playing at the same time. It's actually a lot more fun. You tend to get a lot more fish too, so that's just something to throw out there. Level of your shot, of course, must be equal or greater. We already covered that. Just going to click through a little bit more. Every shot uses coins again. You can buy coins. This is where the in-app purchases come in. So if you're getting the free game, but you have some spare money to spend and you really, really enjoy Deep Sea Catch, then go ahead and spend some money on some coins. You're not going to regret it. You can lift the anchor and then tilt the iPad to actually direct the ship itself, which I'll do in just a second. And of course, releasing the diver to get the treasure chest that you find by roaming around. Of course, show you all of this in just a second. Get pearls. Pearls are related to your diver. They actually replenish what he can do. Alright, and the last angle that's included is every time you capture a fish, it's shoved into your aquarium. You get enough of one fish, you add them to the aquarium, which is just a nice little touch. So at this point I'm going to go ahead and get out of that and then kind of go back and show you how this works. So we're going to go into my single player game, which I have been playing for quite a while, and all of my coins, when you actually run out of coins, they will replenish, or actually when it's under 100 coins, they will replenish at a rate of 10 coin per minute. So all of my coins have just regenerated. I'm shooting fish at the level 1 level right now. As you can see, my cannon says 1. I can fix this by tapping the right arrow key and then shooting. This will instead cost me 3 coins per shot as opposed to 1, which means to break even I have to get at least 3 of these small fish or any of the bigger ones. So obviously if I want to take out, let me go ahead and take out this anglerfish, I simply upgrade to 4 and then start pummeling. I've just reached level 7 because I happen to be shooting. I shot at just the right time to gain enough experience to level up. Leveling up increases your stats and your ability to take out bigger fish, etc., etc., making the game slightly easier. So again, bigger fish, bigger the armor rating, bigger the health points, so it's going to take a few more shots to take them out, but bigger gain in terms of coinage. So for instance, if I take out that anglerfish, I just got 15 coins, as opposed to, say, 1 or 2 from some of the smaller fish. And of course, as you gain in level, you will gain more experience, and you can take out these fish slightly quicker. So all of that is included. It's all rather, it's a nice game mechanic, we have to admit. It's something that we found very addictive and something that we found very fun. So we enjoyed that quite a lot. I'm just going to keep pegging some fish for a second if you don't mind. But as you can see, I'm almost out of coinage. I've got 83, sort of 94 coins to work with. Tap the fish, gain the points, etc., etc. That's how this works. So enough of that. At this point, we're going to go ahead and, as you can see, I've got a compass along the top to actually point me to where the next treasure chest is. To do this, I simply unhook the anchor, and now my ship is moving. It's actually at a slight incline now on my rest, so it's moving in that specific direction. I'm going to try to tilt this so it actually moves in the main direction. You may not be able to see this very well for just a second, because I'm going to have to actually wrangle my iPad into place. So excuse me for just a second while I move. As you can see, you are moving. On the right, you'll have a chest coming up soon. And of course, you can still tap the screen to capture fish, going into tour bus mode there. That was a lot of fish I just bagged. Go down and down and down until eventually we will in fact see a treasure chest. And at that point, I'll show you how the diver works. I think I may need to actually purchase some pearls to get that done. So there's the treasure chest emerging on the right. So I'm just going to angle in a little bit closer and then anchor it. So at this point, tap the diver. I do in fact need to purchase pearls to refresh the diver, which I'm not entirely sure I wanted to do, but that's okay. Now we're launching him, and he goes off to capture the treasure, at which point I will get some kind of loot of some sort. Excuse me. So we'll wait on him to open this up. And there we go. I get a bonus in XP, so I've just gone up slightly, and now I've won 37 XP, which is nice. And I'm also slightly different. I'm in a further waypoint than I was before, which of course any Rolling Stone will tell you is nice. So that is the basic game mechanic. That is essentially what you will be doing to kind of get through the game. So at this point, I'm just going to go ahead and go back to kind of show you a few other things at the main menu. So again, ads at the top, not a big deal. Multiplayer, you can do 2, 3, 4, up to 4-player multiplayer. And of course, as mentioned, it is basically the same thing as the single player, only you've got 2 different screen sizes. Got a quick advertisement here. There, better. So now we're waiting for the ad to go away. Of course, free content is not always free because you do have to watch ads, but we are completely okay with that. Continue. Start. Load it up. And here you go. So of course, same thing as single player, just you've got 2 different cannons. So obviously you have someone else over here on the top shooting fish. And we have to admit this is actually kind of more fun just because you can pummel more fish into submission and it doesn't take as long before you've gained enough level to actually do that. So basic multiplayer right there, just kind of give you a glimpse. I'm going to quit out of that really quickly. And then we're going to show you the aquarium and then we'll wrap things up. So here we are at the aquarium. It's gorgeous. Of course, it's empty at the moment, which you have to go into your inventory to actually hit. Excuse me, to add fish, which I have not yet shot enough fish. For instance, I've only shot 181 sunfish out of 200 to actually have a sunfish to put in here. If you've got items, for instance, I've got 1 coral, then I can add it into my aquarium if I wanted to. So that's there as well. Notes. Again, simple messages in a bottle that you collect as you go along. So that's basically the aquarium. Of course, you can buy additional items to put in here if you would so like. So that is basically the full tour of Deep Sea Catch. And at this point, I just want to give you a full sort of roundup of all of this. All in all, we think the game is fantastic. It's very addictive and it's very fun in an arcade sense. It's also gorgeous. It's got this excellent sort of steampunk video game style that's very reminiscent of a certain console title that we're not going to mention, but it's absolutely gorgeous. It's very well put together and it's extremely professional. Better than that, it's free, so you're getting a lot of content for not a lot of, actually no money up front, which means you're going to be playing for quite a long time on no one else's dime. Or everyone else's time, excuse me. I'm not really sure. My names are kind of off today. Either way, Deep Sea Catch gets a solid 4.5 out of 5-star rating from us here at the iPhoneAppReview.com. And at this point, that's all we have to say about it, so I'm going to go ahead and sign out, but we will see you guys later. Bye.